This, in fact, is our new American moment. There has never been a better time to start living the American dream.
The president's first State of the Union did strike a more optimistic tone than, say, his inaugural address, which you might recall he discussed about the American carnage, was sort of the memorable line from that moment. Certainly he did paint with some dark colors today in terms of some of the threats that America faces, whether it's from North Korea or the opioid crisis, but he did say that he believed that America's best days were ahead, that he pointed to the booming economy and the roaring stock market, and suggesting that there was a new spirit of optimism for America, believing also that solutions can be made in a bipartisan fashion. Now it remains to be seen whether or not the president will actually act on that. It's one thing to talk about the need for bipartisanship. It's another to actually have proposals that Democrats can support. And we heard very little of that tonight from Trump. He certainly had the rhetoric of wanting to make a deal, of wanting to work together to move things forward.
I am asking both parties to come together to give us safe, fast, reliable, and modern infrastructure.
But until he colors in the policy details, tonight the speech was relatively vague and scant on details. It'll remain to be seen whether he can get those things done. Certainly immigration was the one. The White House had already released their sort of 4 major requirements for their plan.
It's time to reform these outdated immigration rules.
But several of them are non-starters across the aisle. Democrats are not going to support this. There was actually boos, in fact, for when the president talked about, say, chain migration as one example. And if the president's not willing to kind of go halfway, there doesn't really seem to be an actual compromise there. A bipartisanship isn't technically just the president saying, hey, Democrats, come do what I want you to do. The president came to the State of the Union, in a time of tumult for his administration. His poll numbers are at historic lows for an incumbent who's only been in office 1 year. We just had a brief federal government shutdown. There's another one on the horizon. There is still no immigration deal in sight. These are a lot of things that the White House is going to have to deal with in the weeks and months ahead. The president maybe struck the right tone in terms of trying to get some of that stuff done today, but it remains to be seen whether there are actually going to be any concrete proposals that will satisfy both Republicans and Democrats from anything we heard from him today.